Hello, everybody. Welcome to the finale of the Kite AI Hackathon. This is going to be maybe an hour or so session. We'll hear from all the finalists, lots of pitching, see who has got through to the final, what projects have done well, and then what you guys have all been waiting for. We'll hear who are the winners. So yeah, really great to have you guys here. Big thank you to everyone who has joined us today. And of course, everyone who has taken part over the course of this hackathon. And big congratulations to everyone who submitted, and especially to the 8 finalists who are going to be pitching today. We've had a very strong set of submissions this series, so making the shortlist was no small thing. So congratulations to you guys if you did make this. Their quick overview of this event, how this is going to work. The finalists should hopefully be aware of the order of who's going to be pitching. Let me just share my screen actually, and then you can. There we go, and then you can see. Okay, hopefully you can see my screen. This is the order of pitching, and hopefully you guys should all be aware of this. Oh, it's great to see that negotiated grid is already in the chat, and hopefully you are ready to pitch first. I will just give a little bit of an overview before then. So yeah, I'll do a little bit of overview now, and then I'll hand over to Scott. He'll do a bit of a congratulations, a bit of a rundown on the hackathon, how it all went, and things like this. And then we will start hearing from the finalists. So I'm going to invite you guys up to be a panelist, same as yesterday in the finale event if you were there. You just need to click accept, and then you can screen share. Make sure you have your presentation ready on one of your tabs, ready to share. Unmute yourself when you join so that we can all hear you, hear what you have to say. And then 3-minute pitches per person. Please don't go too far beyond that. We have lots to get through in this period. And once we have finished all the pitches, we'll do a quick team photo with probably I'll do a little screenshot or something, and then we will announce the winners. I think Scott is going to announce some of the winners. Is that right, Scott? Just give me a thumbs up if that's right.
Yeah, so I think Stephen will announce the winners here. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I'll hand over to you guys to announce who has won what prizes. Some very good news for you guys is that we have a prize pool for this series. And because the submissions were so good, there has been a slight increase in the prize pool. So more prizes to distribute, a couple more hundreds of dollars to give out. And yes, another note, quick thank you to the Kite team, to Scott and Stephen, to you guys for being very supportive throughout this series and being great mentors. Hopefully you guys have had good mentorship throughout this. I've seen you've been active on the Discord, which is great. And hopefully you've learned something as well and built some cool things. I'm looking forward to seeing what has been built. So if you haven't already, I see a lot of you have, but just make sure you're saying hello in the chat, which project you're from, so that I can quickly select you and invite you up to be a panelist when your time comes. And I think that's about it. Let us know where you're joining from as well. Let's see how international this series has gone. And without further ado, I think I will hand over briefly to Scott, who will do a bit of an intro, and then we'll get on with the pitches.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. So thanks for making the finalists and then joining this hackathon demo day. I'm actually today is actually also a YC demo day happening at the same time. I'm actually today want to share what's actually Kite is going to deliver. I think roughly in a month, and give it to a month. So it's a developer product, focused product. Let me share my screen. Could you stop sharing? Otherwise, I cannot share my screen. Okay. So this is a product we're going to release roughly in a month, 6 weeks from today. So the focus the problem the focus is the cost spending. Today, I think one of the biggest issue today, for example, if you are Facebook, if you are LinkedIn, if you are building a consumer-facing product, you basically cannot have your Gen AI model serve to your customer. The reason is that, for example, the long-term value for a customer for LinkedIn is less than $100. For Facebook, it's probably less than $200. But if you're familiar with model today, if you use Opus 4.8, it's easily to burn like $30 per hour. It's almost impossible to serve this the top model to your customer. So what Kite do in this case, plan to build, is that we're going to plan to build a Kite gateway in this case. So basically for the application agent or workflow generated by a cloud code in this case, so you can use it like a normal model in this case, it's like chat completion in this case, but Kite will bundle this application or agent or workflow with Kite gateway, and then you can adjust the levels, tiers of service based on per user level. For example, you may say per user it's going to be Scott per user is $20 a day. If it's reached 90% of the threshold of the spending, you're going to downgrade it to a DeepSeek model instead of Opus model. And then if it's actually 100% reach the credits, you're going to block it in this case. And then first, this is actually not only applicable to the model, but we want to also support like GPU rental, database rental, and the API call. So essentially, it's a gateway for agentic payment in this case. But it's not only for you, but also for your agent or workflow serving your customer. I think this is this is something what we heard is that developer need a lot because they want to build like a production grade agent or service serving their customer. And this is the most important thing, is that make sure you are able to not go bankrupt because you actually open your model to your customer. Beyond this, in this case, we also add, you can add policy, you can add attribution, you can slice and dice based on usage, based on, for example, based on end user, based on app user, based on IP, based on workflow, and based on agent. So every call is metered and attributed, and you can add governance on top of this. This is a purely developer-focused product in this case. And again, so we intend to release it at the end of July in this case. So if you're very interested in this product, email me, Scott at gokite.ai. If you're very interested, you want to take a first peek of this product, just go email me. And then I'm probably going to release it to alpha review, version to you, and take some feedback from there. Yeah, so this is a developer-focused product we intend to release next. Thanks a lot, and then without further ado, I think let's start the pitch. Gales, do you want to organize it in this case to next step?
Okay, yeah, let's get on with these pitches. And first up, we have Negotiator Grid, which I have already seen in the chat somewhere. Nolan, perfect. Right, I will invite you up, Nolan, to be a panelist. Hopefully you have your presentation ready, and then we'll go from there. Awesome. Perfect. Hello, Nolan. How are you doing?
Hey, y'all, can you hear
me? Yep, we can hear you. Do you want to try and share your screen?
Yes. You can see me perfect. Share screen. Let's do entire screen for now.
Great. Oh, look, there I am. Hello. God, there's like 10 of me.
Cool. Yeah, so can everyone see the slideshow?
Yep, we can all see it. Do you want to just exit the little thing at the bottom?
Yes.
You exit that.
Oh,
wrong one.
Sorry about that here.
Click the X.
Just click the X. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. And then go to presentation mode, slideshow. Awesome.
Perfect.
All right, take it away.
Okay. Yep, I'll start the timer now. Hello, judges. My submission for this hackathon is called Negotiator Grid. It's an agent-to-agent procurement protocol that has game theoretic negotiation, X402 settlement, and on-chain attestation on Kite AI. So the current problem right now, A2A payments are take it or leave it. A seller sets a price, a buyer pays or walks away. There's no negotiation in between this buying and selling, and this is noted in the SOK A2A payments survey that was done very, very recently, April 2026, as a known gap in the blockchain market at the moment. So how I fit in here. There's a 6-stage procurement call with these agents. First, they discover each other on the Kite MCP server. 2, they identify each other. I actually have a reputation built in on past trades as well, because this is all tracing available. Number 3, negotiate. That is where I come in. My module sits on top of these agents that are sandboxed. They're completely separate from each other. They cannot communicate each other than the negotiation process, which I have in place. Once that is set, once they go through like a bilateral settlement, they bind that contract, and that is also done on chain. So the agent can't, change the price from there. Like it's set after this negotiation process. They settle. The attest is done on Kite chain, and that is the procurement pipeline. So in terms of the full stack, I really tried to hit all primitives here. So we have the Kite chain ID. That's all done in terms of tracing, the deal record, identity, registry, what have you. So everything's kind of traced and can be identified later in time. The agent passport and sessions as well. As of right now, passport answers, is this agent allowed to spend? Negotiator grid comes in and says, is this deal good enough to spend on? And those kind of parameters are set by the user that implements the agent into the payment market. A 402 protocol is set there just to make sure everything runs smoothly. MCP discovery, type facilitator, like I said, everything's traced and the identity is confirmed before they go through the payment process. 3 reasons why I believe Negotiator Grid deserves to win. For one, which I already mentioned a little bit earlier, that we have 5 specific academic gaps done in this large survey paper based in this field. Each was closed over the 2 months that I was working on the project. I was a single participant in this project as well. It was very fun to kind of go through and do a whole bunch of testings and everything like that, but I started to see more of a gap in the market. So I really tried to make this production minded. You'll see that everything was done on the software engineering side to make this production oriented, but I'm looking forward to the future and actually implementing this in like a PyPy module library that any agent can use. But what I really want to get across here is that it's an actual contribution to Kite, right? Because they want to be the settlement layer for the agent economy. Right now, these agents can pay each other, but they can't negotiate. That's where Negotiator Grid comes in. And to me, this wasn't just a hackathon project. I feel like this is an actual contribution to the roadmap of Kite as they move forward in the business. So thank you, judges, for your time, and good luck to the other contestants.
Nice. Thank you very much, Nolan. Great pitch. Yeah, let's get some round of applause in chat if that's even possible, some reactions and things like that.
Thank you.
Okay, let's hear from Orca up next, which I think is Marshall. Let me invite you up.
Bye, y'all. Thank you.
Yeah. Where are you, Marshall? Oh, there you go. See you. Nice. Okay, Marshall, you should be joining hopefully as a panelist. There we go. Hello, Marshall. How you doing? Do you want to unmute yourself and then get yourself set up? Then we can get on with hearing all about Orca.
Hey guys, what's up? I'll just share my screen. Just give me a second.
Yeah, just show your screen. Perfect. We can hear you, so that's great.
Cool. I hope my screen is visible.
Yep, it is visible. Do you can put it full screen? Is that possible?
I think my...
Okay, don't worry. That's fine. Just leave it like that. That's fine. Okay, cool. Take it away.
Hey guys, I'm Marshall, and I'm here to present to you Orca, which is the on-chain risk coordination architecture. Now, let me tell you about the problems which are currently present. Human instinct is extremely slower compared to liquidation windows. And to be quite frank, you can't really monitor multiple chains and multiple protocols at the same time. And when strategies fail, there is absolutely no accountability layers. Now, let's take a look into a real-world incident. Back in 2022, there was a cascading liquidation caused due to a price oracle deviation, which resulted in more than $89 million liquidated within 16 minutes. Now, there are certain problems with the existing systems which we have due to centralized bots, human-governed DAOs, and monolithic agents. The detailed list is given down. And is there a better way to do all of this? Yes, presenting to you Orca, where there is an autonomous AI agent swarm, which basically takes care of your entire portfolio cross-chain across multiple protocols with sub-second latency. And let's take a look into Anna. She has around $50,000 in DeFi yield positions across multiple chains. Now, without Orca, she basically have to sit down and monitor all her portfolio for 24/7. While with Orca, she doesn't have to worry about anything. Orca basically takes care of the entire system. It manages her entire portfolio across all the chains and protocols her yield, admittance is in. So this is how the entire system works. The user-specific Scout agent consistently monitors both free and paid sources from the web like DeFi Llama, Gold Sky, by making requests using the Kite Passport execute functionality for payments if needed. Now, let's say it generates a signal to swap some USDT from Aave in Kite to Uniswap in Base. It would pay Pi USDT to the risk agent, and it again uses its own set of sources provided by its owner to assess the risk of the signal. If it declines, nothing happens. Well, if it approves, the executor agent uses a hyperlink warp route to bridge the USDT from Kite's Aave wallet to Base's Uniswap and send a cross-chain message to sync states. Once it's done, the audit agent scores all the agents according to the signal's accuracy and performs the POA attribution, and the funds will successfully be moved from Aave to Uniswap. Kite AI's functionalities have been core to Orca because all the agents are registered in a registry deployed in Kite testnet, and POA attribution is also facilitated by Kite. And the Kite passport is used for agent payments throughout the app. So this is the Scout agent in action. It basically looks for multiple sources to generate a signal. The risk agent evaluates the signal generated by the Scout agent, and the executor agent basically makes all the cross-chain actions. And the audit agent uses POA attribution to record everything on chain, and a relayer delivers the messages cross-chain using hyperlink. So this is how your Orca Command Center looks. You have a dashboard with multiple values such as indexed vaults, agent payments, and so on. You can also manage your entire vault holdings across multiple chains and protocols. You could view your signal details and also check out the reasoning which was made by the agent to generate those signals. You can also view your PA audits for each agent which ran. And finally, you can also bring your own Scout agent and register it on our marketplace for everyone else to use by making a small payment on Kite. So this was Orca. Thank you so much for your time.
Nice, thank you very much, Marshall, and thank you very much, Olga. Great project and nicely presented. Okay, Q-Tip, I think is that hopefully how you pronounce that next. Let's get you up. This is Huga. Let me find you.
Yeah, I just want to comment one thing. Marshall, thanks for sharing it. We are going multi-chain. Kite is going multi-chain. The initial release launching partner will include Base and Solana. So I think in the next month's release, you can use Kite Passport with Base seamlessly. So we are supporting this chain abstraction. So you can use Base seamlessly without doing this extra effort to cross-chain.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much. I mean, we were also, we had the same vibe when you were presenting the product, and we were like, okay, wait, we can do this, right? So yeah, we'll definitely look into it.
Yeah, so Kite is, again, so my design philosophy is always utilization first in this case. We want to have as many adoption as possible in this case. So we realize the majority of developers still prefer Base and Solana. So that's why multi-chain is actually a project we're almost close to release in this case. Okay. I cannot guarantee a time, but most likely by the end of this month or early July.
Cool. Definitely. We'll take a look into it and make sure we integrate it into our project.
Nice, awesome. Right, thank you very much, Marshall.
Thank you very much.
Going to put you back away from panelist, and then let's hear from Q-Tip. Hopefully, do you want to? Oh, hang on.
So hi, can you hear my voice?
I can, yes. Do you want to try and share your screen? Oh, we can share your screen. I can see your screen already.
Okay.
It's just sitting. Nice. And then if you exit the little, yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So I'm gonna try to the point. AI sets human research. The humans get nothing. I'm Huda. I built Kutip, an AI agent that pays the human it learns from. So the problem is common crawl. The corpus most LLMs train on paid creators zero. Scholar indexes 400 million plus papers. Citations are everywhere. Payments nowhere. And the people who fund knowledge with their careers earn zero of what AI extract from it. And the solution is the Kutip is flip that. Every citation is a payment on chain, atomic the moment it lands. And when another agent cites the summary, more payment flows back to the original author. Humans get paid forever, not just once. As a research question, this is the flow. As a research question, the agent searches papers, pays via X402, reads with an LMM, wakes citations, settles USDC one atomic transaction on Kite. and 80% to authors and 15 operator and 5 ecosystem baked into the contract, not a promise. So three things you won't find anywhere else. One is multi-agent on Kite's AI stack. Researcher and summarizer are spread smart account via GoKite AI SDK. One Kite passport delegation, full autonomy within a cap. Two truly guessless. Kite Paymaster pulls USDC post OP. User pays zero gas any currency. Three verifiable, not visible, real, X402, and spec on Kite. Every synthesis catch 259, 56 digested. The whole proof is export. To verify it, you can recompute the hash, catch any tampering, and anyone can audit a query. So live on testnet today, early in use, 109 author wallets paid, 226 stations attested, 12 contracts to change 200 tests. Real money, real authors on chain. This isn't a demo, it's infrastructure. Real OAuth, not just typing a number. Authors sign in at org.org, bind their wallet on chain, a 5% APY escrow for unbound authors, and MCP server cloud cursor client call kutip natively. Every external call still pays the human. Also, for more things, live on chain, ERC agent identity and reverse X402 other agents pay kutip, and Bounty Market sponsor research, Fuji Mirror cross chain receipt, all live, all verifiable. I think that's it. Thank you for kutip.
Nice, awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so Puka, maybe just add a comment here. So I really enjoy this product. Actually, I chat with the lead, the head of this in OpenAI, because she is previously a VC friend in this case. I chat with her. But I think that today, for example, if OpenAI want to buy any data, they can actually buy it directly. Similar with DeepMind, it's like if the engineering team in DeepMind, they just need to evaluate if I need this data, and then they will buy the data directly. I think it will be a little bit hard to say, hey, you have to purchase this. But I think it's much easier to say, hey, if you read this paper, optionally you can tip this paper. In this case, it's much easier. Because again, so if you look at the Frontier Lab and Foundational Lab company, they almost have a channel to buy every single data today in this case. So I think my comments, first, I really like the contribution to this. I feel like it's a great contribution to recognize the data contributor in this case. I think it's probably much easier from go-to-market perspective, make it optional as a tip instead of like a must buy in this case. I feel like that's more realistic, feasible. Yeah, but that's my 2 cents here.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Nice. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, Pugar as well, and Qtip. That's another good project. Who do we have up? We have Quittance up next. Do you want to raise your hand, or if you are Quittance, then we can get you up. It's perfect, Adamoda. I can see you. I'll invite you up to panelist. Nice. Okay, Adamoda, how are you doing? Do you want to... You're currently on mute. Oh, yeah, lovely.
Okay.
Hello.
Great. All right.
Yep, we can hear you. And then if you just try and share your screen.
Sure.
Nice.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yep, I can see your screen. I can hear you already.
All right, great. Hi guys. So I built Quittance, which is basically proof of delivery for X402. So currently X402 proves that the buyer paid. But in agent commerce, payment is only after transaction. The real question is, did the seller actually deliver? Quittance adds the missing layer. So basically escrow, delivery proofs, slashing, and reputation. So X402 proves payment, Quittance proves delivery. So today, a buyer agent can send USDC and a seller agent can claim the work was done. but there is no standard proof that delivery actually happened. That means no slashing, no reliable reputation, no insurance or credits, and no real trust between unknown agents. At machine speed, simply saying trust me does not scale. Agent commerce needs a delivery layer, which is why Quittance escrows the X402 payment. The seller only gets paid when a valid delivery proof, which we are calling a quittance, is submitted. So if the proof is valid, the funds are released and the reputation improves. If the proof is missing or late, the buyer gets refunded and the seller's bond is slashed. So every transaction becomes simple. You pay, execute, proof, and then release. So we didn't start from a blank page. Quittance is built on the shoulders of two adjacent efforts and completing both. So A402 proves that the agent payments needs more than escrow. They actually need proof that work was delivered. And the ERC 8183 agentic commerce proposal gives agent commerce a job flow, but stops short of defining that proof layer. That's where Quittance fits. We turn delivery into the condition for settlement with escrow slashing and reputation built in. So Quittance is Kite native by default because it plugs into the stack agents already use. Kite Agent Passport handles consent, who is allowed to spend, how much, and for how long. For travel agents, Amazon to travel itinerary agents, Quittance handles settlement, escrow, delivery proof, bond, and reputation. For sellers, the SDK makes this a drop-in X402 server. So for marketplaces, the ERC8183 hook makes Quittance the evaluator layer. So we're not asking the ecosystem to move somewhere else. We are adding the missing delivery guarantee underneath the existing commerce flow. This is basically just a process for authenticating using the Kite passports. So once you're authenticated, you can basically start interacting with agents on Quittance. And yeah, Quittance is currently live on Kite mainnet, and yeah, you can check it out. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you very much to Quittance and Adamola. I don't know, Scott, do you want to say anything about the project, or happy to?
Yeah, so thanks for this project in this case, and I feel like payment is a last step, small step inside of the whole life cycle for commerce. Like for example, payment need be part of the settlement and be part of coordination. So coordination is actually a much bigger and complex problem to solve. I really like the product. It provides the proof that to settle this, settle and coordinate and settle the payment. So yeah, it's very impressive project. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. And then up next, Nexus. Let me just Taryn, list. Awesome. Hello, Taryn. How are you doing?
How are you?
Very good. We can hear you. That's a good sign.
Yeah, let me share screen.
Yeah, do you want to try and share your screen? I can't see your screen yet.
Can you see it now?
Perfect. Now we can see, I can see your screen. Perfect. Awesome. Right, take it away.
Yeah. So, hello everyone. My name is Tarun, and this is the Nexus, the first live economy where AI agents pay each other for the on-chain for the real work. Okay. So billions have been went into the AI agents such as the LangChains, AutoGPT, Crew AI, yet none in the production has ever paid another agent on chain. They have no shared identity, no payment trail, and no rules also. And the main difference is they have no reputation. So when AI agents call another AI agents, though they don't know what the reputation of the another agents. So Nexus fixes exactly that with four primitives. The first one is the passport for identity. Second is X402 to pay per call. Third is verified intent for human signed spending rules. And the main thing is the on-chain reputation. Nexus is the first system to wire all of the four together. Nexus is an open marketplace. Currently, 11 agents are running and 23 capabilities are there. Everyone has the every agent is specialist in their work. Suppose one collects the live data, one runs the sentiment, and one does the quality audit, and one orchestrates everything together. There is an LLM router which picks the best agents per query, and there is a no hard-coded pipeline on the real data. The real data never get mocks. All the uh, all the data such as the live prices, live tweets, or on-chain whale calls, or anything such as the news also is being uh, directly scraped from the live data. And anyone can just plug their AI agent in this and get listed on the marketplace and earn some money from it if any other AI agents call their AI agents. Okay. So every job is on chain currently. A mandate is ECDSS signed. Then a seven circuit breaker gates every payment budget, such as the per transaction, daily cap, expiry, allow list, reputation, and governance. X402 settles the payment on Kite blockchain. The output is audited. Reputation updates every time the agent gets called, and it is on-chain reputation. And SHA 256 audit trail is recorded as a transaction, so you can verify everything on the Kite blockchain, and you can get the hash of it, which you can verify. And you can see the currently the proof is here. Almost 2100 plus on-chain transactions have been done, and 3200 jobs have been done, and more than 1700 autonomous runs are currently live. So autonomous because every hour the market pulse wakes the economy up by itself and reads the live market signals from various different sources and ask an LLM for a brand new question and runs the whole pipeline, and there is a no human in a loop here. So currently there are no other framework which has all five together. First is marketplace, second is on-chain payments, third is signed mandates, fourth is the main reputation, and fifth is autonomy. So Stripe gave us the internet payments, Yelp gave it the reputation, Upwork gave it a marketplace. So Nexus currently giving the agent economy, all three on the Kite blockchain. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you very much, Taryn and Team Nexus there. Scott, any words or anything? Or all good? Okay, perfect. In which case, let's move over to Wasei. I probably butchered your name. Gateway. And this is Fernando. Let me invite you up. Change role. All right, Fernando, inviting you up. Hopefully you're ready. Nice. You've joined as a panelist. That's good stuff. Okay. Hello, Fernando. How are you doing? Looking forward to hearing more about your project. I think you're currently on mute. So if you just want to quickly unmute yourself.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Good, good. And then hopefully a button at the bottom that says share screen. Nice.
Hello, we are Wasi AI. We build the payments and commerce layer for the agent economy. We let AI agents discover, orchestrate, and pay each other across marketplaces and blockchains with no human in the middle. Today, agents exist, but they cannot charge or pay each other. There is no place where one agent can discover, hire, and pay another across different platforms and blockchains. Capabilities everywhere, transactions nowhere. So, what is our solution? One agent hires and pays another agents with no human in the middle. You give a goal, and WASI AI A2A discovers the agents in any place, a marketplace, builds the plan, and settles and payments on change on each one's blockchains discover, or orchestrate, and pay across marketplace and across blockchains. That combination did not exist, and it already runs on Kite. Let's see the demo. This is not a mockup. The demo is called Agent Shop. Three agents orchestrate remittances to Latin America and settle it on Kite Awesome, real on change. 3 remittances in seconds, gasless. Every hash is verifiable on Kite Scan. Don't take my word, see for yourself. So here's how one we request flows end to end. A goal comes in, and WASI AI A2A, the brain, discovers, orchestrates, pays, and settles on each agent's blockchain. Our results come out no human, neutral across marketplaces, across blockchains, no login. We integrate the Kite stack using identity with password, session with passkey, X402 payments, and settlement. What do we add to Kite? Kite settles on its own change. Through our layer, a Kite agent hires and pays agents living on Avalanche and Base, settling on each blockchain. Kite gains multi-chain reach without building anything. 6 days ago, MasterCard launched autonomous agent payments with X402 and stablecoins. They describe layer by layer what we already run. The rail is closed to institutions. Ours is open, multi-chain, and already on-chain. So how we grow? We enter cheaply through the ecosystems where we are already run. Self-founded, we expand with an open SDK, we scale with white label, more marketplace, more agents, more transaction. WASI AI A2A is what we brought today. It isn't just a demo. We already have 3 pieces running: the marketplace, A2A, and the facilitator that settles on change, a platform built to grow. Everything is built and tested on testnet. We are Fernando and Elizabeth, 2 Latam builders with 45 years of experience together. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you very much, guys, for that. A duo of presenters. Nice. Our first duo. Let's move on to the next one, Flatora, which is, I think this is Proof of Japan. I will invite you up. Permit panelists. Awesome. Proof of Japan, are you present? Are you here? Oh, you seem to have declined joining as a presenter. I'll invite you up again, but you need to accept joining as a presenter. Oh, it's 2 of you. I see. I'll invite both of you to be presenters. There we go. Flatora, Sarah, lovely. Okay.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, let me share my screen.
Lovely. Penultimate one, nearly there. Yep, lovely. We can see your screen. Great. Then if you present
slideshow that. Is that
awesome? Yeah, that's all good, and we can hear you and see you. So let's take it away.
Thank you. Okay. Hi everyone. We're the Proof of Japan team, and today I'd like to introduce you to Flatora, your personal AI travel secretary in Japan. So for anyone who has come to Japan before, I'm sure you've visited either Tokyo, Osaka, or Kyoto. I mean, these are great cities for your first trip to Japan, but there's also a rising issue of over-tourism in these 3 cities. Yet Japan is still the number one destination worldwide that global travelers want to revisit. And by their second trip, we think that most people do want to go off the beaten path. Yet local gems are hard to find and even harder to book. Some places only take reservations from their trusted network or have Japanese-only booking sites, and that makes it nearly impossible for non-Japanese speakers to navigate, and it restricts them from getting into the best local stays and meals and even experiences. So what we all think is that Flutora solves these problems by acting as a private concierge. It removes language barriers and reduces booking friction. Our AI agent begins by learning your specific travel preferences, budget, dietary needs, and desired pace, and then autonomously searches local Japanese sites and Proof of Japan's private networks for the best stays, meals, and activities that you can't find on global travel platforms. And once it finds the perfect match, it doesn't just stop at a recommendation. It completes the reservations for you, so you don't have to worry about dealing with a booking site built just for Japanese. And most importantly, Flutora settles payments directly to stays and experiences through the integrated agent wallet, and it ensures you don't have to worry about payment compatibility or foreign transaction hurdles. So Flutora is a shift towards agentic hospitality. We're moving beyond simple search queries and to a system where AI can act as your private secretary. And by utilizing the Kite passport, our agent can manage autonomous transactions and wallet-based payments within your defined spending limits. So the process is simple. You enter your budget and your preferences, the agent searches and presents the best options, and once you approve, the agent books and pays. Let's take a look at some shots of the actual site. First, you set your trip budget and also an auto-approve limit that lets your agent spend on items that can enhance your trip here. You also set your session length here. Next, our agent Zuku will guide you through the process. So here I asked to go to an onsen retreat from the 18th of July to the 20th. And I also like the outdoors. So here he's presented an private open air bath. And this looks good. So it goes into an authorization approval. Once we approve this trip, Zuku also will help me purchase items that will enhance my trip, such as the yukata and a towel set that I can walk around in comfort. So with Flutora, you can finally explore Japan beyond the tourist trail with a concierge that has access to exclusive experiences tailored just for you. Thank you.
Lovely. Very cool little project there about Japan, lots of travel and things like that. I think we will move on to the final one now. We have Kite Garden up next. Let me see. Do you want to just raise your hand if you're Kite Garden team? I will add you up. Where are you? Austin, awesome. I will invite you up. Right, sweet. Here we go. Last one. Then we'll hear who has won the prizes. Hey Austin, how you doing?
Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yep, we can see your screen. Very easy,
perfect.
very quick.
So let's get started.
Let's go.
Hi guys, so this is Austin and I'll be pitching Kite Garden. So imagine your AI agent gets hacked, okay? And that's not enough to trigger a spending limit or not enough to trigger an alert. But if you watch closely, just enough to slowly drain your funds one by one. And so basically the question isn't how much an agent can spend. The real question is, how do you know it's still the same agent you trusted yesterday? And that's where Kite Garden stands. So today's agent security watches amounts and attackers watches behavior. So they split payments below limits and they use prompt injection to slowly change the agent's decisions. Or the model itself starts sending funds somewhere unexpected, right? So every transaction may looks valid on chain, but the behavior doesn't. And that's why these attacks slip through, right? So yeah, so this thing already happened in the year 2024. So Radiant Capital lost $50 million. Every signature was authorized on chain, but every permission was also checked perfectly. But over time, the behavior has been changed and nobody detected it on time. So we built Kite Garden to catch that exactly the problem. Yeah, so this is the insight of our project. So our insight is pretty much very simple. Okay, so behavior has a fingerprint. So every agent develops patterns over time, and a healthy agent keeps those patterns, and a compromised agent does. So the fingerprint changes and we detected that in time, and the next payment will not happen. So this is how it works. So before any payment is executed, it passes through the Kite Garden key, and we pull the transaction history from the Gold Sky subgraph, and our analysis service compares current behavior against a trusted baseline. And if the behavior matches, a Kite session key has been issued, and if the behavior drifts, the session key is revoked and the agent is frozen on chain. So the cool part of Kite Garden is under the hood, we use sample entropy and correlation dimension. So the fun fact is these techniques are already used in anomaly detection and monitoring system. And we are the first one to apply to AI agents operating on chain. So these are two demos where left side is the Alice agent which behaves normally and the session key has been issued and the payment succeed, etc. And right side we have the Bob's agent that has been manipulated over time and the behavior starts changing. So the session key has been denied and the agent got frozen. So basically same spending limit but different behavior on both sides. So AI agents are about to control enormous amount of value today and in near future as well. So permissions alone are not enough, in my opinion. So Kite Garden adds behavioral trust as an enforcement layer. So trusted behavior gets a session key and untrusted behavior gets stopped. So that's all from my side. Thank you.
Lovely, well done. That concludes all the finalist pitches. We've had 8 fantastic projects come out of this finale and come out of this hackathon. So congratulations to all the finalists for getting through this hackathon, building something that is very cool, something that's actually meaningful and has proper uses in the real world. Now comes the exciting part. We are going to see who has won what prizes, and I will hand over to Scott, I think, or Stephen.
Yeah, to me. Sounds good. Awesome.
Okay, awesome.
Cool. Thanks everyone for taking part, taking the time to participate in this hackathon. So I'm Stephen, just a quick intro. You may have seen me on the Discord server answering some of your questions along the way. I've been helping out organizing the hackathon alongside Encode. Just want to thank Encode as well for being super organizers of everything, and yeah, it's made it a really smooth process for us as well, and hopefully you guys have had good outcomes from this as well and enjoyed the hackathon process. Yeah, so I guess regarding kind of the results, I'll break it down into kind of 4 different categories. We've got 3 different levels of prizes. So 3 $800 prizes, 2 $1,000 prizes, and then second and third will receive a 1.5K each, and then first prize will be a 5K prize. So starting off with the hackers that have come 6th, 7th, and 8th, I guess in no particular order really. So we have Nexus, we have Negotiator Grid, and Kite Garden. So thanks for to kind of choose which participant would go where. So super thank you for participating, and yeah, I personally really enjoy going through all of the inputs from you guys as well in the submissions. So right, next we have 5th and 4th place. So in 5th we have Q. 4th place is Orca. Okay, now for 3rd place, so these are the 1.5K prizes. We have Wazzy AI, so thank you guys, well done, congrats. And then Quittance in 2nd place. I must say on like Quittance, really like love this one personally. And yeah, like the on-chain slashing for like not having an agent complete the correct outputs was really awesome. Like really love that being built into the product. Just a personal highlight for me, but yeah, well done both of you guys. And then yeah, that leaves in 1st place we have Flatora. So congrats team, super exciting, super interesting use case. Yeah, thank you all, amazing. Right, I will hand over to Scott. I know he has some inputs he just wanted to quickly share on the maybe top 3, maybe some of the other teams. Yeah, But thanks, guys. Really appreciate you guys taking part in this and being part of our ecosystem.
Yeah, nice work to all the teams. I particularly like the first field in this case, like provide, no matter it's a AI assistant for traveling in Japan, helping like approve the settlement for acquaintance, and also I think the WhatsApp 808 is I think WhatsApp 808 focus on Latina team in this case. I feel like all these are great product. Keep building, as a builder for last 15 years, I think the building is actually give you like exponential non-linear growth in this case. I think Kite will be support builder, provide more and more SDK. For example, the Kite Gateway we plan to release this summer to support builders in this case. And then I feel like it's never been a better time to be a builder in this case. In today, like the web coding, agentic engineering, bring all the engineer almost like to the same level. It's like so I feel like this is bigger than internet area. I actually spent most of the time building before 2023, and then because we have a bigger and bigger team, I actually didn't code a lot in 2024. But ever since earlier this year, I started back to coding again. I feel like it feels very refreshing, and it's overwhelmed like how the coding experience look like. Comparing to like last 15 years, last 70 years, I think it's never a better time to build. Please keep building, keep hiking, and then watch out for the new Kite Gateway product. Kite going to be planned to release this summer, and then hopefully you'll like it. If you're interested in this product, want to be an alpha user for this, just email me as well. I'll leave my email in the chat, and then just tell me if you're interested in to be alpha testing for this product. And then if you have any question, follow up with me, and then send me an email as well.
Nice. Thank you, everybody, and well done to the finalists, and well done to Flatora and the rest of the winning teams. Thank you very much as well to Scott and Stephen for talking us through all the finalists and giving everyone a bit of a review as well of their projects. That basically wraps up the entirety of this series. Well done to everyone who has participated, whether you are joining today as a finalist or whether you are joining as somebody who just wanted to listen and hear what projects came out on top of this particular hackathon. Congratulations to you all. With that said, keep building in the Kite ecosystem. I'm sure Scott and Stephen will be happy to keep having you guys involved. And keep an eye out on any future hackathons we have coming up. We have lots of hackathons coming up at Encode, always available on the platform. So if you do want to win lots more prizes, we have lots of things available to you. And that basically wraps it up. Thank you very much, everyone. And I will see you, hopefully, in the next series. All right. Bye-bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.